So I've been really enjoying this community, this newfound community that somehow I've become a part of, and there's a lot of like-minded people within this community. There are people that just find such good ways to express their ideas and thoughts, just like live in the moment, that I feel jealous how articulate and how good some people are. I really feel like I'm lacking in this way. Barry and some other community members are absolutely amazing at this. To do a full 10-minute vlog without a single cut. What is happening? I have absolutely zero chance of doing a vlog without a cut. I'm just not quick that way. What I find really helps me is to kind of free up my mind and free up my hands with some sort of convenience. This selfie stick. I can just have my hand nice and relaxed so that I can focus a little bit more my energy and attention on what I'm talking about, as opposed to worrying about some technical aspect that some random person online is going to judge me for because I did it wrong. What we're trying to do here is trying to kind of relax this very, very strong tendency that we all have. And this is really incremental and small, seemingly small, but I do think like all of these small details, they stack up, they free up more capacity to deliver a message. And I feel like that's what we're all doing here. We're exchanging information. And I think if we do this long enough, this is going to improve everyone that's a part of this community exponentially faster, because we no longer are only going by our own experience when we're taking home lessons and learning things. We're learning lessons from each other. So for instance, if we go back into the ND filter discussion, I got an ND for my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, but I've never used it. The reason why I got the ND for my Pocket 3 is because I might be in a factory in China in a couple of weeks or months, and I might get an idea or a thought that I wasn't planning to get. I see a shot, or I want to try a thing, and maybe I didn't bring my gimbal, or maybe I decided to bring my drone instead of my gimbal. And if I'm in the factory in China doing some video shooting, I need to be absolutely technically sound, because this video might live on a web page, or it might be put in a presentation in front of some really high caliber people. And if you put something in front of these people that is not highly polished or very, very professional, if the auto white balance shifts a little bit in a shot, or if the exposure goes up and down a little bit, whatever the case may be, if the product or if what's put in front of them is not highly polished, like, that's the wrong signal you're sending to these people. So the way that I look at it, I need to deliver a technically perfect of a product as possible from my side. And if I want to if I need to get a gimbal shot, if I want to shoot something in the factory and I don't have the gimbal with me because I got the drone, I have the Osmo Pocket 3 because it doesn't take up any space in my bag. It's so small, it's so nimble. But I need that ND filter to slow the shutter down, to have the right look and have everything fixed. I would shoot, if I'm in the factory or if I'm in any professional setting, I will shoot with a fixed ISO, fixed white balance, fixed shutter, and I will need an ND to make that work. So this is the way that I look at it when I'm doing work. The way that I'm looking at it here is what I think this community is all about, and what I think we're all doing is we're trying to improve. All of us have some sort of a goal with this. My personal goal with my YouTube channel is basically just a creative outlet, but I'm really open to see where this journey takes me. I think the destination doesn't really matter that much. I think if you're applying yourself in any context, if you're just trying to get better at anything, at least for me, that puts my mind at ease. It's easier for me to fall asleep at night. I'm not as anxious, in the background of my mind. One, random additional element that works for me really well. But I doubt this is going to resonate that much with you guys. I recently took a personality test, And basically it came out that my personality type is less than 1% of all men. So I'm a weirdo. I've always known that, and I've accepted it, and that's fine. But part of this personality type is overthinking. And rationally, I can tell this is not productive, this is not useful, and I need to stop this, I need to address this. But, you know, is your nature. It's really tough to change, like almost like a primal mechanism. It's like a switch in your mind. You can't just cover it up and just pretend it doesn't exist. So basically this is just a part of my wiring. I find it tremendously beneficial to run, to negate the overthinking on my side. And, you know, sometimes, you know, the treadmill was broken for all of April, and I feel like a little bit my overthinking went out of hand because of that. Thankfully, the treadmill has now been fixed, and now my overthinking has been adapted or adjusted a little bit. When somebody takes the time to watch your video, and they take the time to make a meaningful comment related to whatever you were talking about in your video, that is not to be taken lightly. To get this, especially in the beginning of a journey, I've received this. I'm very, very thankful, and I really try to pay it back. So when I see someone that is like-minded or thinking about very similar concepts that this community and we guys are all doing, I try to make a meaningful comment, and I try to relate to that person, and I try to put my lens and share my perspective on any given topic. And I've really taken a little bit of a break from making content, just to kind of take in a little bit more content from other like-minded people, and take the time to make a meaningful comment. To be on a journey, a shared journey, is very satisfying. It really is. But it can also invite some problems in, like, you know, comparison is the robber of joy. I don't think people should be comparing themselves to each other too much. I'm dealing with a little bit of a gas at the moment, or as Chris calls it, air. Acquire, indulge, repeat. I have been a very good boy for the last year. I haven't bought anything major. Like, the biggest thing that I got was the 10mm Laowa lens. Okay, also the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But yeah, let's talk about that in the next video. I think this one is long enough. I hope you guys lasted to the end. Take care, and see you soon again. Bye.